From this tutorial, we are starting new series for Fusion 360. In this series of tutorials, we will learn complete Fusion 360 from start to finish. In this tutorial, we will learn about user interface and sketch basics. Because sketch is the first step to create any 3D object accurately. We will learn sketch commands such as units, line, dimension, circle, trim, tangent line, constraint, and so on. I request you to watch this complete tutorial from start to finish to understand Fusion 360 sketching concept correctly. If you want to receive new video notification every alternate Monday and Wednesday, then please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. Please also like and share this video. Let's start with this tutorial. When you start Fusion 360, it will show this user interface, wherein on the upper left corner there is logo of Fusion 360. Then there is name of software, Autodesk Fusion 360. Then portion below it is called as application bar, where first button is show data panel. So from this data panel you can create new project or you can access existing data. To close it, click here on close data panel. Then next is file menu, click on it. So file menu contains command to create new designs or open existing one, then save, export and different facilities related to files. Then save, undo and redo. And right now we have not saved this model, therefore it is named as untitled. Then from here you can start new design. Then below portion is called as toolbar. First button in toolbar is workspace picker, so using which you can choose your desired workspace. And as per workspace, these tools are shown. If I change workspace, it will have different tools. So we will be using this design workspace. Then these are called tabs like surface, mesh, sheet metal and tools. So right now we are in solids tab. Then this solid tab is divided into different panels like create, modify, assembly and so on. So these commands are grouped as per its functions. And if you want to access more command from that particular panel, then you will have to click here on the name of that panel. So it will show extra commands which are available inside that panel. So just click on that panel or take your cursor on it, it will show the remaining commands from that panel. Then below it is browser. So in browser, at first there is document setting. So click here on this arrow. From here you can see your existing unit, or by clicking here on change active units, you can change your unit. So I am using millimeter. So by clicking here you can choose your desired unit. And if you are going to use same unit again and again, then you can tick here after set as default. So it will always start with that unit. So I don't want to change unit, I will click here on cancel. Then below it named views are there, click on this arrow. So some standard views are already created. Then there is origin. Right now origin is invisible. So to make it visible, click here on this eye symbol. So it will show that origin. And if you click on this arrow, it will show that origin point 00. Here it is. Then x-axis, here it is shown in dark blue color, y-axis and z-axis. Same way, here are three planes, xy plane, xz plane and yz plane. And by clicking again on this eye symbol, you can make it hidden. Click outside. So about this browser we will learn in more detail in the coming tutorials. Then this white area is called as canvas. So whatever models or design we are going to create will be created in this canvas. Then this is called as view cube. So we will learn about this view cube also in coming lectures. Then this toolbar is called as navigation bar, which contains zoom, pan and some other commands. Then this below portion is called as timeline. So about this browser, view cube, navigation bar and this timeline we will learn in more detail in next tutorial. So those were user interface elements of Fusion 360. So let's start with sketch. To start sketch, click here on create sketch. Then you will have to select plane. Right now we are not creating any 3D object and we just want to practice sketch commands. So you can select any plane. Suppose I will select this horizontal plane. Click on it. So here new sketch tab is added and it is showing all the sketch commands. Then to pan it, just press middle mouse button and drag the mouse. You can also pan by clicking here on pan and pressing first mouse button and dragging the mouse. Right click, cancel. Then first command is line command. Keyboard shortcut for line is L. So we will click on this line command. Then to decide next activity, you will have to read here. So here it is giving message, place first point. Always try to create your sketch from this origin point so that it will be properly fixed. So click here, take your cursor away. So this symbol is called as constraint. So this symbol is for horizontal or vertical line. That means this symbol will be shown when your line is straight. Then here you will have to specify length of your line. Suppose length of my line is 100, then click. So here this line of 100 is created and that horizontal constraint symbol is added to this object. Then I want to create vertical line. So again take your line vertical. Here you can see that one more constraint is shown which is perpendicular. Again specify here length. Suppose it is 50, then click. So in this way you can create horizontal or vertical line. Then suppose if I want to create one arc here, for that take your cursor to this end point, just press and hold first mouse button and drag the mouse. And don't release the mouse until you get your arc as per your requirement. Suppose I want arc like this of 50 radius. Once you found the correct location for the endpoint of your arc, release the mouse. So it will create that arc as per that. Then if you want to stop line command here, you can just click here on this right button. So it will stop that line command there, but line command is still active. Suppose I want to create one more line, so I will click here on this endpoint and on this endpoint. Now here this sketch is created. Then to stop line command, you can press escape or just right click and click on cancel. So that line command will stop. Now here these tangent constraints are added automatically. Then here in sketch you will see that there are two colors, one is black and other is blue. So the meaning of this black color is that your those objects are fully defined. That means those objects contain all the required parameters. The position and dimension of that object is completely defined. There is no need to give extra dimension. Then to finalize these objects, we will have to specify radius of this arc so that this object will also get finalized. So to add any dimension, click here on sketch dimension. Keyboard shortcut for dimension is D. Click. Then click on this arc, take your cursor outside and click. Then you can specify new radius or you can accept the same radius by pressing enter. So here this complete sketch got fully defined. Then again right click and cancel to come out of dimension command. Then if you want, you can press first mouse button and drag the mouse and locate dimension as per your requirement, so that those will be properly visible. So when creating these lines, we have specified dimensions, and as per that dimension these lines were created. Suppose I don't want to specify dimensions when creating object and I want to give dimensions later on. So again we will click here on line, then click here on this line. Suppose I want to create shape like this, so just click, take your cursor on this side and click, then right click, cancel. Suppose I want to specify length of this line. For that again click here on sketch dimension, click on this line, take your cursor outside and click. Then specify length, suppose it is 50, enter. Then suppose I want to give angle between these two lines. For that click on this line and this line. So you can give dimension from this side or this side. So you can take your cursor on desired side and click. Suppose I want angle of 60, enter. Then I want to give one more angle here. So click, click, take it inside and click. Suppose it is 60, enter. Then right click and cancel. So we have given the dimension, but it is not fully defined. It is still in blue color because we have not given any location for these lines. So we will have to specify one location. For that we can activate dimension by pressing D. So press D. Then click here on this endpoint and this endpoint. Take your cursor below and click. Length is 30, enter. So here this sketch got fully defined. Then right click and cancel. Then suppose I want to create one circle here. For that click here on circle. Then specify center point. I will click here on this endpoint. Take your cursor away. Then specify diameter. Suppose it is 50. Enter. So here this circle got created. Then suppose I want to remove unwanted objects. For that you can use this trim command. Keyboard shortcut for trim is T. Click on trim. Then take your cursor to the object you want to remove. So the object which will be removed is shown in red color. So just click, so that object will be removed. Then to stop trim command, right click, cancel. Now after trimming, these objects got blue. That means they are underdefined. So to make them fully defined, we will have to specify location of this circle. Suppose I want this circle center point in line with this point. Then for that you can use this vertical constraint. Click on vertical, click on this point and this point. So here they got perfectly located. Then press escape. Then suppose I want length of this line same as this line. Then for that you can use this equal constraint. Click on it. Click on this line and this line. So here length of both the lines is same. Then right click, cancel. Then while creating these lines, we created line and after that we have given length and angle. And suppose if you want to give angle while creating the line, then how to do that we will see. Click on line, specify first point, take your cursor on this side, then specify length, suppose it is 60. Then to specify angle you will have to press tab. So here now angle got selected. Now angle is specified from this horizontal line. So suppose I want that angle to be 50 and click. Then right click and cancel. Just move this dimension. So here line is created with 60 length and 50 angle. And suppose if you want to change this angle and you want to specify it from this side, then for that click here on sketch dimension. Then click on this line and this reference line. Take your cursor on this side and click. Now it is giving message adding this dimension will over constrain this sketch. Choose OK to create a driven dimension. So there is no need to specify this dimension because we have already given this dimension, and this angle dimension will be extra. So if you want to keep that dimension, then you will have to keep it as a driven dimension. Click on OK. Just move it. So here you can see that bracket is added because this dimension is driven. The meaning of driven dimension is that when you change any other dimension which is related to that dimension, this dimension will change automatically without giving any error to you. Let's see, right click, cancel. Suppose if I change this angle, just double click, and suppose I make it 60, enter. So here you will see that angle is changed to 120 degree. And suppose if you want to convert this angle into driving angle and this angle into driven angle, then click on the dimension, then right click, and from here you will have to toggle driven. So click on it. So here you will see that bracket is added. That means this has become driven. Then to convert this dimension into driving, again click on dimension, then right click and click here on toggle driving. So here it has become driving. So in this way you can change type of dimension, and if you don't want this dimension, just click on it and delete. So that dimension will be removed. So in this way you can use dimension and you can create line by specifying angle during creation. So I don't want this line, just select it. You can use window and delete. And I don't want this also, delete. Then suppose I want to create tangent lines here. For that I will press L for line. Then click here first point. Take your cursor to this circle. Here tangent symbol is shown. Click there. Same way, suppose I will again click here. Suppose my line is like this. I will create it in empty space. Okay, right click, cancel. And if you want to apply tangent constraint here, then for that click here on tangent, click on this circle and this line. So here this tangent constraint got applied. So in this way also you can apply tangent constraint. Then trim it, trim and click, right click, cancel. So in this way you can create tangent lines also. Then suppose I want to mirror this sketch on the opposite side around this red axis. So for that you will have to create one center line. So to create center line, type L for line, then take your cursor to this end point, take it away, so it will track it, click, take it on this side, click, then OK, right click, cancel. Then to convert this line into center line, just click on it and click here on center line. So here this center line is created. Then for mirror, this center line is very important. Without this center line it will not mirror. Then click here on mirror, then select object. So I will click in empty space. So this is called as window selection. So all the objects inside this window will be selected. Release the mouse, and as there was only one center line, therefore it has selected it automatically. If there are multiple center line, then you will have to click here and then select that center line. Click on OK. So here this mirror is created. But you will see that this mirror is in blue color. That means it is not fully defined. Now this mirror is not fully defined because this center line is not attached to any object. Therefore this mirror got free. So what we will do, we will apply constraint. So for that you can apply this coincident constraint. So click on it, click on this line, click on this point. So here this line got coincident with that point, and this sketch also got fully defined. So right click, cancel. And if you want to hide this constraint, then click here on show constraint. So it will remove those constraints. And you can also hide dimensions from here. Just click here. So dimension will also be hidden. And to show it back, again click here. It will be shown back. Then to come out of the sketch, just click here on finish sketch. So here this sketch is ready. So that's all for now. In the next tutorial, we will solve some exercises based on this tutorial. That means we will create some sketches, and after that we will learn 3D modeling concept. So thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. We will again meet in next tutorial.